Longtime OK Humane volunteers and fosters Whitney and Greg McFadden weren't prepared for what 2016 would hold when they lost 2 of their dogs. They suddenly found themselves with a hole in their hearts and the need for another dog. Meanwhile, the Central Oklahoma Humane Society quickly moved to save a dog who was covered in thousands of ticks and suffering from a tick paralysis and anemia. Spartan, a 2-year-old Australian Shepherd, narrowly survived and captured the hearts of everyone. This precious pup needed a special foster home, extensive medical care, and months of physical therapy. Spartan has had a long road to recovery, and the McFaddens promise not to give up on his progress.
Oklahoma City Animal Welfare called OK Humane and said, I think that you might want to evaluate this dog. So OK Humane went over and evaluated him, and he's the sweetest thing ever, but very weak, very malnourished, but at that time still walking and still able to move. And OK Humane put out the plea for a foster to pick him up. At that time, I was not the foster. Another family stepped up and said we'd foster him. And he got to their house and got into safety, and within 2 hours he collapsed. And at that point in time, it was obvious that this was more than malnourishment and more than anemia. He was actually paralyzed. It was because he had over 1,000 ticks on him, and they carry a toxicity at times that can paralyze or cause neurotoxicity. The decision had to be made right then and there whether OK Humane was going to treat him or he was going to have to be euthanized, and they made the decision that let's take him in, and they took him to the hospital and started treating him then. They rehabilitated him to the point where I could bring him home, and the front of his front legs worked and his back legs were just starting. So we would walk around with him holding a towel and carry him around. And we also had special shoes for him to gain traction, but his hip area and his legs were so emaciated that even with the shoes, he did not really have the strength to stand himself up and walk. And so it was obviously a very sad situation, but also a very determined situation, because this dog, in his eyes, you knew he wanted to be here and he wanted to be saved. He only stayed up for that long because he needs to be here. You know, he probably should have collapsed and died where he had been, but he actually made it into the program. He knew he was trying so hard to be saved, and so everybody was focused on saving him. When Spartan got here, the first thing that he did was follow the dogs, all of my dogs. It was the walking and following the other dogs that really, I think, hit him that, oh, this is an environment I can relax in. And that was his first experience. From there on, kind of developed his little doggy personality. And he's definitely a dog now. He definitely knows how to do it. My plan will be, when he is rehabilitated to the point where he can go to dog therapy training, and he will be a therapy dog. And I think that he really will be most valuable with people that have had the same sort of situation as he has, because Spartan is so loving and so overcoming of his disability that I think he will help other people that have those types of disabilities, and let them see that you can live, you can go and run around and be a human or be a dog or be a kid or be an adult or be whatever you want to be, that you can not lose your light and not lose your energy. You can actually still be like Spartan and realize that life is still worth living.